Brave hunter, you have fought many creatures, some more horrible than the next, so you could save your village and all the people you love from the horrible monster that destroyed mine.
Odzi, Rise of the Ganyangehaga Legends, is a video game mod that tells the story of a hunter who has to save his village from a terrible monster. In his travels, he meets creatures and critters from many different Mohawk legends. Odzi as a project began about 10 years ago, actually, in a conversation with another woman named Celia Pierce, who studies digital technologies, especially games. She's been very interested in how people can modify games and use them to tell their own stories. She saw me giving a talk, and afterwards she came up to me and said, "How would you like to see Aboriginal people in some of those games?" And I said, "That would be great." And the other person who's been part of the conversation is Jason Lewis, who's the co-director of Aboriginal Territories in Cyberspace. And together the three of us kept talking and waited until we found the right opportunity, which came in the form of a very large grant. And this grant enabled us to run the workshop called Skins, which we ran at Kahnawake Survival School. And that workshop was to teach Aboriginal youth how to tell stories in the new medium of video games.
We started at the Kahnawake Survival School, KSS. I am one of the interns at OBX Labs, and we began we went to the high school and we wanted to teach kids how to use new media tools, and we started in Second Life, and then we realized games were a little more fun than a chat program, and so we brought in Unreal, which was an engine that me, Mohaned, Cassandra and myself had been playing with for projects, and Jason and Skawanati thought it was a neat tool to teach others and bring the stories to life.
We use programs like Blender for asset creation, UDK, Unreal Development Kit as a game engine to put everything together. We used Photoshop for texturing and a bunch of other small programs to help with the pipeline. The steps that needed to be done to develop Odzi was first come up with the concept art by sketching, taking photos, and planning it all out with a clay model of the map. Then we started creating the assets in Blender, texturing them in Photoshop, then taking them into Unreal, where we started the actual level design, putting everything where it's supposed to be, and starting programming all the interactions that happened.
We had game designers come in, talk about how level design could really affect the fun of a game.
There was Steven Sanderson, a comic book artist. He came in and talked about character design and atmosphere and all art as a Native American artist himself. There was also Mathieu Lamarche. He's a level designer at Ubisoft. He came in and talked about level design and the principle of that.
We had Beth Aileen Lehman who came in, and she's doing a master's currently in Vancouver on game design and game study. And she was also in the new media contest at Imaginative, where we beat her.
We were so proud when Odzi won the 2010 Best New Media Award from Imaginative Film and Video Festival. It's the largest Aboriginal film festival in the world. And subsequently we were written up in the Eastern Door, which is Kahnawak's weekly newspaper.
I was very happy and surprised was my reaction. I was lucky enough to be taken to Toronto with Jason and Skawanati as an assistant, because we also had our workshop on Machinima there. We were sitting in the award show, and they read this beautiful blurb about our work and how it wasn't, we were afraid to input it because we were afraid to put it in because we thought it was a little unfinished. But the jury thought it was, wow, this is on its way to becoming a professional polished game, and it's old stories that we all heard of as a kid, and they were intrigued and fascinated, and we were glad that somebody saw its potential, and despite it not being polished, we were so happy that people realized it could be something really amazing if we had more of the budget and the team. But that was the point for us. I would love if Ötzi could finish the way the kids originally saw it. They saw this giant map with over 10 mythical beings 10 types of mythical beings coming in different ways of fighting them, many different weapons, all these things. That's a little complicated to do, especially with our time and budget. But ideally, that would be the final finished product. We can have some cinematics. We're hoping to get into some more monsters, more weapons, more complex gameplay, more acting, and more storytelling in it.